Let's look at how to score errors and self-correction so we can begin to gather quantitative information from a reading record. This information is gathered in a standardized way to assure consistency between and across recorders. You will want to share this information with each other, so it's necessary to be consistent with how the information is scored and analyzed. You will look at errors and self-corrections first as you begin scoring the reading record. On the recording form, you will see two columns to the right of the typed text. One is labeled E, and the other is labeled SC. Record the reader's errors in the E column and self-corrections in the SC column. Before we can determine the reader's error rate, let's first consider what constitutes an error. Uncorrected words or attempts at words are counted as errors. For example, worry for wonder. Multiple attempts at one word count only as one error each time. For example, added or apted for adapted, like this. Substitutions of proper nouns are counted only the first time they are read, even if other attempts are made throughout the reading. For example, actic for arctic, like this. Omissions and insertions are counted as errors every time they occur. If the word very were inserted, it would look like this. The word only being omitted would look like this. Tolds given by the recorder are counted as errors every time they occur. For example, if species were told by the teacher, it would be an error. Spelling out A-R-E or sounding out the word der-op without actually saying the word is counted as an error every time it occurs. Contractions read as two words, or two words read as a contraction, are counted as only one error each time they occur. So cannot for can't would be one error, or there for they are would be one error. What's not an error? Corrected errors are not counted as errors. Rather, they are considered self-corrections and recorded in the SC column. Appeals are not errors unless the word is told. Repetitions are not errors. Repetition of proper nouns after the first attempt are not counted as errors. Immature pronunciations are not counted as errors, such as Paschetti for spaghetti. Dialectic mispronunciations, such as axe for ask, pillar for pillow, idea for idea, are not counted as errors. A dialectic error is simply the reader saying the word with different representations of some of the sounds. Spelling or sounding out words followed by saying the word accurately are not counted as errors. Now let's look at Elliot's reading record for Not Too Cold for a Polar Bear. How many errors did Elliot make? Tally, line by line, each error in the E column. Write in the subtotal for each page and the total for all pages at the end. You should come up with 9. How many self-corrections did he make? Tally, line by line, each self-correction in the SC column. Write in the subtotal for each page and the total for all pages at the end. Again, you should come up with 9. On the front cover of each Fountas and Bunnell benchmark book, The total number of words in the text that the child is responsible for reading is written next to the letters RW, which stand for running words. For Not Too Cold for a Polar Bear, the total number of running words is 249. You will also notice the marking E15, which means that when the reader makes 15 errors, the accuracy rate falls below 95%, which is the minimum accuracy rate for the instructional level at Q. Enter the total number of running words, RW, in the text, 249, into the Fountas-Hempel calculator. To find Elliot's accuracy rate, enter his total errors, 9, into the Fountas-Hempel calculator. You can also find a chart for determining a reader's accuracy rate in the recording form for each book. Since Elliot made 9 errors, his accuracy rate is 97%. Repeat the process to score Madeline's reading of Not Too Cold for a Polar Bear. Tally her errors in the E column and self-corrections in the SC column, and then find the totals for each. Using the same steps we used for Elliot, enter the total number of running words, 249, into the calculator. For Madeline's accuracy rate, enter her total errors, 27, into the Fountas-Hempel calculator. Alternatively, use the chart in the recording form to determine the accuracy rate. Madeline made 27 errors, so her accuracy rate is 89%. She self-corrected her reading 5 times, so record 5 on her recording form. Note that if there are no self-corrections, you should record a 0 on that line. As readers become more accomplished, self-correcting begins to disappear. Readers who initially verbalize errors and then self-correct them move to self-correcting in their heads prior to articulating the word aloud.